Welcome to this week's football betting show on Scotty Bet TV. I'm here this weekend to run through your football and tips for this weekend's football coupons. I'll be giving my best bets in the Everton versus Watford match, Liverpool versus West Ham. I'll also be giving a couple of accas out and best bets and also my nap of the weekend. So first up, it's Liverpool versus West Ham United. First 3 PM kickoff at Anfield. Very, very rare for Liverpool these days. Now Liverpool best priced at 1-5 to win this one. West Ham 12-1. Now, does the 12-1 represent a bit of value for West Ham? Well, considering they are unbeaten in the last 3 at Anfield, it may represent a bit of value, but David Moyes' record at Anfield, it is shocking, isn't it? We all know, lost 7, drew 7 in his last 14 matches at Anfield. That's as Everton manager, Manchester United and also Sunderland manager. Now, Moyes' record this season, it's not that bad at West Ham. He's collected 21 points out of 16 matches. That's 5 wins, 6 draws and 5 losses. So West Ham not doing too shabby at the moment. But if you're looking from a betting perspective, you've got to look towards Mo Salah, haven't you? He's averaging a goal or assist every 64 minutes this season at Anfield. So I'm sure he'll be on everyone to score 2 or more, maybe even a hat-trick, even to score the first goal. Mo Salah's going to be in everyone's accumulators over the weekend. But my fancy in this one, I was looking for a bit of value. I could go with Liverpool, both teams to score, and Liverpool to win 7-4. Wouldn't put anyone off that, by the way. But I'm going with Aaron Cresswell to be carded. Now, reason being, he's a local lad, and he's going to be up against Mo Salah, maybe Sadio Mane switching. So he's got to be tested. Let's not make no mistake about that. And he's had 4 bookings in the last 10 matches this season, in the last 10 Premier League matches as well. So that's 4 bookings in the last 10. He's going to be marking Salah 5-1 as well for Aaron Cresswell to be carded, represents a bit of value that with Sky Bet. So that's my bet in the West Ham versus Liverpool match. Let's get straight on to the Watford versus Everton match. Now this is a 5:30 PM kickoff. Watford 5-4, Everton 5-2. But this will be the 10th meeting between the two sides, and Everton have only just lost just one rather. So in total, there's been 25 matches between Everton and Watford. Everton have won 19 and have only lost 3 against Watford. So the stats and facts back Everton up to win this one comfortably. But we all know what Everton's record is on the road. It's absolutely atrocious. It really is. They've won 1 of the last 21 matches on the road. That's drew 9 and lost 11. Absolute abysmal on the road, Everton. There's something they're going to have to liven up if they're going to take any kinds of points away from Watford this season. Well, a couple of stats that jumped out to me in this one is Watford's really, and Watford have lost 4 matches from winning positions this season. And incidentally enough, one came against Everton. They were 2-0 up cruising. Next minute, Everton won 3-2. And did you know that Everton took more points from winning positions, from losing positions rather, in the Premier League this season? So if Everton love to come from behind and collect points, whereas the total opposite with Watford, they can't hold on to a lead. So if you're having a bet in this one, you will look towards a Watford's half-time, maybe an Everton full-time. You get decent odds for that. I wouldn't put anyone off Gylfi Sigurdsson scoring rather, 7-2, coming into a bit of a form at the moment. But the bet I do like in this one, and it's happened in 8 of the last 9 Watford home matches. So represents a bit of form there too. And it's a goal in each half. You can get even money with Corals. And I just think that bet there, 8 out of the last 9, I think that's got good form in it. And it's one I wouldn't be putting anyone off in that match. So it's a goal in each half in the Watford versus Everton match. Now, my acca this weekend, well, this is a win acca, by the way, and I was tempted with West Bromwich Albion. Reason being, they've just got to win, haven't they, West Bromwich Albion? They've got to win, or they are toast, and they're playing Huddersfield at home. So if they don't win this one, they deserve to be relegated, in my opinion. So all pressure on Pardew. So at least if you put West Brom in your accumulator, you know you get to run for your money. They've got to win. But I've stayed away from them. I'm going with Rotherham. Rotherham, first up in me win acca, don't forget this is a win acca. There's 4 teams paying 10-1. First up is Rotherham. Won the last 6 at home. Absolutely flying. Informed team in that division. They are home to Doncaster. Next up is Wycombe. They are playing Morecambe. Now Wycombe 6 wins out of the last 7 matches. And Morecambe are just atrocious at the moment. So Wycombe and Rotherham, that's the first 2. Next up is Colchester. The reason being, Colchester have lost only 1 home match since October, and that they had 10 men against Cheltenham that day, so don't read too much into that. So Colchester absolutely flying, at home, and they're playing Barnet, who've suffered 13 defeats in the last 15 on the road. So Colchester, Wycombe and Rotherham, there's the three. And where's the last one? It's Luton. Now, reason being, Luton, top scorers in that division, best home record, and they're playing a Cheltenham team that have won 1 in the last 7 and no clean sheets this year at all. So there's the fourfold for me. I've given numerous examples why I'm backing them. So that's Rotherham, Wycombe, Colchester and Luton. It pays 10 to 1. Now, for the both teams to score accumulated this weekend, Quickfire, 5-team ACCA on the both teams to score, pays 18 to 1, interestingly enough, so well worth a couple of quid. In the Championship, Sheffield Wednesday versus Aston Villa and Leeds versus Brentford, both teams to score. And delving into the lower leagues, it's Bristol Rovers versus Scunthorpe, Oldham versus Southend and Yeovil versus Carlisle. So there's your fivefold both teams to score accumulator, pays 18 to 1. Now, if you're looking for a cert this weekend, I've done my research and it's in the League Cup final, the Carabao Cup. It's Manchester City versus Arsenal. We all know, Sunday, 4:30 PM kickoff. Now, I was looking at the last 4 previous matches between Manchester City and Arsenal, and there's a peculiar theme and there's a lot of yellow cards. There really is. Now, let's reface back to November this season. We've got 7 cards in the meeting between Manchester City and Arsenal. 3-1 it ends up to City. There was 7 yellow cards in that game, 70 booking points to be precise. So 7 yellow cards in this season's game alone. Now, last season, the FA Cup semi-final between the two teams a game, there was 7 cards a game. Last season, the 2 league matches ended in 2-2 at the Emirates, 5 cards in that one. And at the Etihad, 6 cards in that. So where are we going in that? In total, over the last 4 matches between Manchester City and Arsenal, it's produced 25 cards. So where am I going with this bet? Well, most bookings for me in this match, Arsenal, even money. I think Manchester City will school Arsenal. Arsenal will get frustrated, and I feel like even money, most bookings, Arsenal. And also as well, 30 booking points, Arsenal, even money as well. I think they'll lose their heads, they get schooled, Manchester City, the better team, they beat them comprehensively. But for that cert, Arsenal, most bookings, even money, and Arsenal 30 plus booking points, even money. I think that's an absolute cracking bet. Now, if you're looking for a bit of an outside chance this weekend, look no further than both teams to score. And don't forget, I back these just on the sole basis that I do fancy West Brom to win, but I do fancy them to concede 2. And Burnley are due a home victory as well, but I do fancy them to concede 2. So this is where a little bit of an outside chance. Now, if they win, they'll concede. So both teams to score, match result double. Burnley, West Brom, 6 to 1, 4 to 1. It's a 35 to 1 double. So hope you enjoyed all them tips. I'll be back next weekend for all your football and fancies. And don't forget, in a couple of weeks we've got Cheltenham lined up as well. A couple of specials lined up for the Cheltenham Festival. But good luck wherever you decide to put your money this weekend on your football coupons. And I'll see you next week on the Football Betting Show on Scotty Bet TV.